a decade and a half, it's just you can just say I don't like it.
I don't like it anymore. There was a time.
There was a
when
time.
I did like it. Now is
a decade and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Accurate.
Okay.
Quite accurate.
This is a long conversation.
Wow, that is plain. It's very beige.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, they did the same. They did the same with Cherry Coke as well. Cherry Coke has it's the same design, but it's like kind of a
zero design, zero sugar, zero flavor.
Yes,
it's it's kind of like a reddish hue on the Cherry Coke, but it's the same sort of minimalist.
It's my zero sugar, my mini can.
Recycle me, it says. Want you to know.
Yeah, mine says that too.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, dude, I know. I've been drinking soda for a few years.
Have you? 15?
I mean, 15 years, yeah.
There you go.
Better part of 2 decades.
Hello and welcome to episode 797 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, February 15th, 2022. I am your host, Chris Johnston, and with me, as always, from Canada is Mr. Greg Seward.
Hello.
Yeah, how's it going there, sir?
Pretty good. Can't complain. Well, I'll probably still complain.
Sure,
but
you could.
Yeah.
I know one thing: you're not watching the Super Bowl.
I just watched the halftime show.
Okay.
What was the halftime show?
It was Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, 50 Cent was there.
Oh man!
And Kendrick Lamar, I think was his name. I don't know. There was a name I didn't recognize.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very 90s hip hop. It was pretty good.
That is a packed halftime show. I'm assuming it was good.
Yeah, it was really good.
That's great.
I really enjoyed it.
Nice. And joining me from the great state of Washington, also not watching the Super Bowl.
You don't know that.
Superior Bowl.
The Super Bowl is Mr.
I am watching the Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I am watching the Super Bowls. I always do, though.
Super Bowls?
Super Bowls. I always watch them. You never know.
You gotta watch out for that. Yeah.
Never know what's going to slip out.
Yikes.
It's inappropriate.
I believe I know one team that is in the Super Bowl this year.
Personally?
We used to go to school together, yeah. I'm not a sports guy.
No.
I do not. No, it's true. I don't take pride in my ignorance, but I pay so little attention.
You're not proud of the fact that you don't watch sports? You just don't watch sports.
I just don't watch sports.
That's a normal way to be.
Yes.
Yeah, same here.
I'm not cracking wise on Twitter about all the people who are enjoying their
enjoying something they like.
Hobby. Yeah. I just don't pay much attention to it, but I believe the Bengals are in the Super Bowl.
And the Rams, I think. I don't really know either.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Yes.
That makes sense because
because they're not the Raiders. The Raiders moved to Vegas.
Well, the Raiders
they were Oakland anyway.
They were not in Los Angeles. They were.
That shows you how much attention I pay to this too.
Which I only know because I used to
live
live
the LA Raiders, and then they were the Oakland Raiders.
Oh, is that right?
And now they're the Las Vegas Raiders.
Because I used to live near Oakland, so I was aware of the Oakland Raiders. But yeah, they are in Vegas now.
Yeah.
And yes, I did see something referring to a Los Angeles team. But for the life of me, if you had said what is the football team in Los Angeles, I don't think I could have named it.
I think the Rams are new enough that wouldn't have signified that you don't follow sports.
Are they new?
That much?
Are they new?
Well, they're new as the LA team. I think.
Okay.
You know, now I don't know. I don't know. What little attention I paid to football had mostly to do with the New England Patriots,
right?
And Tom Brady.
Okay.
And now he's announced his retirement. He doesn't even play for the Patriots anymore anyway.
Okay.
But now he's announced his retirement.
The New England Patriots.
Yes.
See, I know that.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know where the Bengals from.
Greg just said it.
Oh, did he? Okay. Yeah. Where are the Bengals from?
Cincinnati.
Okay, Cincinnati. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I probably could have figured that out if I had thought about it. I love Walk Like an Egyptian though. What can I say?
No, not the Bengals.
You know?
No, not the Bengals. Although
Bengals.
I'm pretty sure I don't know if the Bengals have an official Twitter account because I didn't think they were still around, but I did see a whole meme today about the Bengals telling people we are not playing the Rams today.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right,
all those cops in the donut shop
conversation.
And that has been Sports Talk on the Player One podcast.
That's all you get.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we should probably get into news because there's a fair bit of it.
Freedom Convoy. We're going to talk about the Freedom Convoy.
No,
Oh, not that kind of news.
not that kind of news.
Here in the United States, it's called a Freedom Optimus Prime.
There we go.
Transformers, Jeff.
Greg,
Optimus Prime is called Convoy in Japan, CJ.
Yes.
Greg
I
knows
know that.
You
I
know
do
that.
know
CJ
that.
didn't know that, but Greg
I
knew
did
it.
know that.
Yeah.
Did you really? Good on
Yeah.
you.
Of course I did. Of course I
Okay.
did.
Okay.
Greg, you
Yeah.
liked The Wolf Among Us, and
I
of
love the
course,
Wolf Among Us.
Telltale had announced a sequel quite a
And then
while
they
ago.
fell apart. Yep.
Well, and then Telltale fell apart,
Mm-hmm.
and now Telltale's back, and now they've put out another
In POG form.
trailer. Probably put out another trailer for The Wolf Among Us and announced that it is coming in 2023.
Yeah, I wish it was earlier than that. And I have not watched the trailer yet, but still super excited. I'm so glad it's happening. Wolf Among Us, by the way, if you have not played it and you like adventure games, play it. It's pretty awesome. And you know what? You know what? The comics are great too.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Fables.
Fables, right?
Fables.
Fables is the comic. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I've not read the comics, nor have I.
I
get around to playing the game.
read the comics because you hipped me to the fact that they were really cheap digitally right after the Wolf Among Us had come out. And
did I really?
went through it on this show? I believe you told me. Oh, they're on sale right now.
There you go.
Through whatever digital comics,
Probably Comixology.
probably.
I assume.
So, and I went and bought like I don't know if it was the entire run or, but anyway, yeah, I went and bought them and read them. I was like, this is
good.
just as good as the game, better than the game. I
Good.
was really happy.
Nice.
So yeah, good times. I'm excited. I mean, 2023. It'd be great if it was sooner because it's been a long wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's happening, and Telltale falling apart didn't completely kill any chance of getting it. Sure, that's fantastic.
Had work begun on that game before the implosion?
idea. I think there was-
yes.
I think there was a trailer, wasn't there?
There was a
really?
trailer.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. I did not know.
Yes, indeed. Well, maybe you'll like this news, Phil. Master Splinter is playable in TMNT Shredder's Revenge.
I like that. I like the other news.
Well,
Just because I haven't played the game, it's not like I don't like
you don't like the news,
that there's a Wolf Among Us 2. I know a lot.
but
of
you'll
people
like
that
this
enjoy
news better.
I mean, I wish
more.
there was more stuff about Ninja Turtles, which is a comic that I've read. But
I've never read a Ninja Turtles comic.
like none of them.
That's another series that I would
Neither.
love to, especially the original run. I would love to grab copies of. And
Well, I'll tell you, I will keep an eye out because they do tend to have a lot of sales of even the old ones.
So I'm not a big comic book guy, so
on Comixology. Yeah, the old Turtles comics are fun. I mean, they're crude. That's the wrong term. They're.
Do you mean as in the art looks crude compared to?
It certainly
'Cause it
does.
did.
I mean,
Yeah, rudimentary.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, they're they're cool but crude. Much like
Raphael.
Raphael.
Michelangelo is a party dude.
That is also true.
Yeah.
And there's a little there's some machine doing in there too. Just watch out.
Yeah.
No, I've read the old Turtles comics. They're a lot of fun. Even though they're a bit rough around the edges, but they're good. And IDW's current run of Turtles comics is actually quite good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. But I hear that there's a new game coming out.
There is a new
Really
game,
good.
Yeah.
Shredder's Revenge, and Master Splinter playable.
Hamato
And-
Yoshi himself.
The PlayStation blog has a video that's like 8 minutes of footage from
I'm
I'm
game?
not watching it. I'm just waiting for the game.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I saw
yeah.
that video was available, but it's like a side-scrolling beat 'em up like this, I don't want to watch 8 minutes of that.
Right.
You know,
I just
Well,
wanna
that's like
play it.
half the game.
well, that's right.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
the-
in the old arcade days, certainly.
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys that I ended up getting a Turtles countercade from Arcade 1-Up?
Oh, really? Huh.
I don't know if I mentioned that or
Really?
not, but yeah, I got the Turtles countercade.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. You
Yeah.
got to put together and everything.
You don't have to put those ones together. They ship
Oh, really?
assembled.
Oh, okay.
My son and I have played through Turtles.
Nice.
We haven't played through Turtles in time yet, but
Oh, man.
man, I love having. I love Turtles. I didn't play much Turtles in time in the arcade. I played on Super Nintendo, but
Right.
and played Hyperstone Heist on the Genesis, which was
Yeah.
sort of the Genesis version of that game,
Yeah.
kind of. But man, the original Turtles in the arcade, I adore that game. That was one
Mhm.
of my all-time favorites.
Yes, indeed.
One of those ones that, like, hey, there's a Turtles machine over there. I have to put at least
Yeah.
1 quarter in. Like,
Yes, indeed. Man.
Yes.
but yeah, it's good times.
Yes, indeed.
And this
I
new
can't
one
wait
looks
for this.
fantastic. Oh,
Yeah, I'm very excited for
Still no date.
Shredder's Revenge. Shredder's Revenge is the subtitle of this one.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very
Very
excited
excited.
for it. So far we have the 4 Turtles, April, and Splinter as playable.
Yep. Yep.
Very good. No Casey
I imagine
Jones.
we'll see some more before the game is released.
I'm kind of wondering if Casey Jones will end up being playable as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are kind of hoping for that. So
Yeah.
we shall see. But
I'd be surprised if that doesn't happen.
yeah. I've seen some people saying that because it seems like this game is heavily influenced by the cartoon, the original cartoon, which Casey Jones actually wasn't really a big part of.
No.
He was in just like a handful of episodes out of the hundreds of episodes that were in that he might not be in this. But boy, that would be a shame because he's such a
the movie made him such a key character. I mean, the comic books obviously probably did as well, but the movie is why I know him and like him.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was certainly a presence in the original comics. The movie, of course, was like the big deal. And then every subsequent animated series and comic book, he's been a major character in. So it would be weird not to have Casey in there, but we'll see.
I see.
We'll see.
Yeah. And then, hey, last week we got a Nintendo Direct.
Oh yeah,
that was a good Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, really
pretty
was.
damn
Let me tell
good
ya.
Nintendo Direct.
Goodness.
To be
I'd give
quite
it a
honest.
9.5 out of 10.
Oh. That's one away from a platinum.
You stole my Twitter
award.
joke.
I think I stole everyone's.
That's a
joke
half
about
a point
that.
away from a platinum award. Thank you.
There it is.
Okay. Well, half.
Oh my goodness.
I made that joke on Twitter and it got way more traction than I expected.
Now, did everybody know that that was your
Seemed like it.
Chrono Cross score? Okay. Nice. Well, anyway, yes, we got a Nintendo Direct. Excuse me, Nintendo Direct. A lot of big news in this.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff to go through and unpack. But let's just lay out what I think was the biggest thing out of this Nintendo Direct, and that is that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is getting some new DLC,
Like
Booster
40?
Course Pass
48.
DLC.
Yeah.
48 new tracks and new
spread out over like 2 years, right?
Spread out, over the course of the next 2 years until the end of 2023.
Which I'm assuming is when they'll tell us that Mario Kart 9 is coming.
Wow.
God, sorry, regressed a little there. When Mario Kart 9's coming.
6 drops of 8 courses each. The first one coming in March.
Are they all reimaginings of previous courses?
Yes.
That's kinda
So,
how
yeah.
I was a little taken aback when they said it's like, have there been 48 Mario? I mean, clearly there have been, but there have been a lot of games. But it's like,
There's a lot of
wow,
games.
It's a lot
There's
of
a lot
Mario
of games.
Kart.
Plus, Mario Kart Tour is also pumping out new tracks as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
So some tracks from that are included. It does seem like the basis for a lot of these courses is going to be the reimaginings that they've already done for Mario Kart Tour, which is the mobile game.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that too.
That's one of the things that's irritated me about Mario Kart Tour in general is that I know that there's content out there for Mario Kart being created in a game that I'm not playing.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I have no interest in playing, but I love that series. So if honestly, if they're repackaging courses they've released on Tour, whatever.
Yeah.
With Mario Kart 8 Deluxe gameplay, which is already just like solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. So $25 will get you the entire run of DLC, or it is of course part of the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack.
Yeah.
So I'm already an expansion pack subscriber, so I'll get these tracks.
I'll take them.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
48
tracks. That at the end of this, that'll mean that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe plus this DLC, that's 96 total tracks.
Jeez,
because it already had 48 in it after the DLC that they released for Mario Kart 8.
Quick addition there. Good job.
I know, right?
Yeah, quick and accurate. So
96 courses. That is damn good.
Mm-hmm.
So do we think after this news that Mario Kart 9 is really going to be a thing? You think they are working on that? Or do you think that this is
I think they have to be. I think I mean they can't let Mario Kart Deluxe run forever. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe run forever. You know, I mean,
just
I don't know.
Mario Kart game.
It made sense. It made
the fact
sense
that they're doing this DLC for like 5 years after after Mario Kart 8 Deluxe came out with no other content in between.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like, I mean, it made sense to release Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in the first place because the Wii U was such a disaster, right? So,
and it was arguably the Wii U's best game,
one of the best at least. So you know, and then throwing in those extra tracks and everything was great. It was a nice way to brush it up. But I know that Nintendo's games have long tails when it comes to sales anyway, but I don't know that even they might have really expected that Mario Kart 8 was going to continue to be such a force.
Oh, I highly doubt
this long after it came out.
No one could have predicted this. It's
the
same sort of thing with Rockstar and GTA 5, right? Like you never could have predicted. Like, it's going to be successful, but 5 years of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe being like in NPD. Pretty high up there all the time. So
it's I still think 9 will be coming. It might be their next console.
Yeah, they could wait a little longer now. And of course they're gonna do, I would expect, like a retail version of this with all of the courses baked in, right?
I would think.
Yeah. I guess they haven't done that for Animal Crossing and the Happy Home Paradise stuff yet, but the option is there for them to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, yes. All right. Let's talk about the second biggest news from the Nintendo Direct. And by that, I mean, of course, Nintendo Switch Sports.
Oh, this isn't Clonoa.
We'll get to Clonoa. We'll get there.
I wasn't going, I mean, I personally, because I was never a Wii Sports guy, so it personally didn't mean much to me, but
I was a Wii Sports bowling guy.
Yeah, my son has recently rediscovered Wii Sports. He and his friends actually go down to the game room and play Wii Sports a lot. Like they played for hours last week. So like, oh, okay, so I guess this is a thing then. You know, and then this Direct happened. It's like, oh, there's a new Wii Sports, Switch Sports coming out. I might have to pay attention to.
Yeah. And this, of course, the physical release comes with a leg strap, very similar to Ring Fit, so that you can...
So it can fall down past your knee? Seriously, does anyone use those things? Okay, I'll back that up. Do any fellow fat people use those things and have them not fall? Like, I when I was using that thing, I just basically strapped it at my knee because eventually it was going to end up there anyway. So if it was big enough to be on my thigh and got down to my knee, it would just go right down to my ankle. But if I put it at my knee, then it would tighten it up. Only me? Okay.
You're supposed to cut off the circulation with it. Yeah.
I just use duct tape.
So you're
getting
shave
your leg
free
first.
waxing. Yeah, I was gonna say
shave first, certainly. Don't be silly. But yeah,
that's why I don't work out. There you go.
Wow,
the main reason, because the stupid leg strap won't stay up.
Greg, did you get the Wii U sports club thing that they did? They did like a Wii Sports Club.
I was never a Wii Sports fan. It was
okay.
cool for about an hour, and then I was done with it.
I played bowling a whole hell of a lot. Yeah. This one has soccer, volleyball, bowling, tennis, badminton, shambara, which is sword play, and then it'll get an update in the fall that adds golf.
Golf.
Yeah. So, and you can play online.
No.
Yeah. They actually showed like a bowling alley with like 16 lanes and people competing. That was pretty cool. That looked cool.
Looking forward to the Polygon pie chart that tells us how poorly this is going to sell
versus the original Wii Sports.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Switch already outsold the Wii in total sales. So if everybody who bought a Switch buys this, then
yes,
yeah, these trends continue. They are doing an online playtest for Nintendo Switch Sports next weekend.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes, I forgot about that.
If you are an NSO subscriber, right?
Yes, you have to have an active Nintendo Switch Online membership.
Yes,
including a trial, so you can sign up for it just for that if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. So exciting stuff. All right, let's talk about Clonoa Fantasy Reverie series.
There you go,
Phil.
Yep.
This was probably big news for you.
The biggest news for me. What are you talking about? This is my game of the year right here.
Clonoa 1 and 2.
Clonoa 1
in a remastered package
to Phantomile. And Clonoa 2. Lunatea's Veil, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
You ever play these games? You ever play these Clonoas? The Clonoas?
I played the first one.
They're so good.
They are good.
Clonoa games are great. They are top tier. Some of my favorite platformers of all time. And I am delighted to be able to play them on a modern system. I am very much in for this. I will absolutely buy it.
It's not only for Switch; it's coming out for other systems too.
I know that.
Thank goodness.
You think I don't know that?
Which platforms are you going to buy it for everything? You going to buy it on multiple platforms?
I will absolutely buy it for Switch. TBD, other things. I did triple dip on Mr. Driller. I bought it for Switch and Steam, and then I broke down and bought it on PS5 when it came out on PS5.
Jesus. Oh,
come on,
man.
Mr. Driller. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, Mr. Driller.
I will buy Clonoa on Switch, certainly. I'm assuming it's going to be digital only here in the West.
Probably.
Just because that was the case with Mr. Driller. So I will probably just buy it digitally here, and then I will probably import a Japanese physical copy, like I did with Mr. Driller. And I'll probably buy it on Steam if it comes out on Steam, which I'm assuming it will. But
probably,
charming little platformers with fun mechanic of grabbing your enemies and then shooting them downward to kind of bounce up, get a little double jump, plus a little downward attack at the same time. Fun little cutesy characters, a nice little story throughout the games. Great music, just wonderful music, beautiful looking graphics. I love me some Clonoa. I'm a little disappointed that like the 2 GBA games are not on there.
Well, you can't have everything, Phil. I mean, come on.
Well, if I wanted everything, I'd be saying, where's the Wonder Swan game? Where's the beach volleyball game? Where's
beach volleyball is probably more likely than the Wonder Swan game.
Well,
the GBA games.
Where's Clonoa Heroes? the RPG that
Some
came
kind
out
of
on
real-time
GBA.
strategy game.
It was a like a little RPG that
Okay.
came out for it was again just Japan. Did Europe may have gotten that as well. Europe got the volleyball game, but not us. But yeah, but at least we're getting the main two games in the series. So
Any Clonoa is good Clonoa.
well, absolutely.
Yeah.
My goodness, I'm so excited.
That's pretty exciting.
I love me some Clonoa.
Yes. All right. So we got a new look at Splatoon 3. This time
You know what?
focused on
Real
Salmon
quick,
Run.
we're going back to Clonoa.
Okay. Go back to it.
This reminds me of your guys's Des Moines trip where you guys had to stop.
Where
Where you had
Des
to
Moines.
stop.
It was Iowa City.
Was it? It was Iowa City. It wasn't Des Moines.
It was not Des Moines. No.
I didn't realize
Des Moines.
I didn't realize there were
didn't go to
cities
Des
in
Moines.
Iowa besides Des Moines.
We didn't.
Totally did.
We did
Well,
not go to Des Moines.
Okay.
I went to school in Des Moines. We didn't go to Des Moines.
You
We went to
school in
Iowa
Des Moines?
City. I did, yeah.
You went to Des Moines U?
Drake University.
Okay. Were you majored in quickly dropping out of college?
Yeah.
Okay.
I excelled at that. No. I went for
I had to
journalism.
do it twice to get it right, but
Yeah. What was your major?
Journalism.
Okay.
What
But
were we talking about now?
The same way you guys were traveling through Iowa.
Yes.
And you had to stop and pick up Space Channel 5 on its day of release. I had a similar story. I was on a work trip. This was I was still in Illinois, so I must have been working a game now. I was in Illinois, and I was flown out to California to go to LucasArts for some event or other. And there is at the old LucasArts building up in San Rafael, up in Marin County, there was a mall right by there. And when
Northgate?
that was the one. And during that business trip, Clonoa 2 came out on the PS2, and I walked over to the mall and bought a copy of Clonoa 2. No reason to. I was going back home in like 2 days, but
you
nope.
needed it now.
I need it now.
You need to look at that manual. Like breathe in the
PS2 case goodness.
The case smell. Right?
Oh man, just feel the curve of the memory card storage slot inside that PS2 case, and yeah, just in case the stores were sold out back in Illinois, I needed to guarantee my copy
there
of
you go.
Clonoa 2. But anyway,
did you have a pre-order, sir? Do you have a pre-order?
I did not.
No.
I did not. I'm sorry. I'm not from this state, sir. Can you just have a copy you can sell me? They did. And it wasn't even one of their gutted display copies. Yeah.
Did you make a joke like the Clonoa print ad where do you have Clonoa? like the chlamydia joke that is in the print ad?
Well, I just asked if they had chlamydia.
Okay.
And then I said, well, wear gloves if you're gonna hand me my game, because I don't want that.
Yeah.
Now, if the UPS guy shows up and drops a load of anyway, you were saying about the salmon runs.
Yes. Salmon runs.
Yeah.
With Splatoon 3, so we got to look at that. And
if you're not careful what you order at Red Lobster, you end up with the salmon runs.
Or Long John Silver's.
That's right. Ugh.
Use the bathroom at the Long John Silver's.
You get the salmon runs in your Long Johns.
That's right. So they showed off a few new bosses, and in Salmon Run, the point of it is to collect eggs, which then you like put in your team's goal.
Yes.
Kind of a horde mode type of thing. Now you can toss those eggs between teammates and even toss them directly into the goal. So you don't need to actually bring them to the goal yourself. You can throw them in, which is nice. It's quite a quality of life upgrade for Salmon Run. So, and we got a release date, summer 2022.
I'll be totally honest. When that came on, I thought it was just an expansion for Splatoon 3, which I was sure was already out.
No.
Really?
That shows you how much I pay attention to Splatoon.
Seriously.
Splatoon, later on, I was
might...
talking to somebody and they were just like, oh yeah, we got to see Splatoon 3 again. And it took me a minute. I was like, wait, that's not out?
One of Nintendo's biggest franchises at this point. Yeah. No, it's not out yet, but it's coming out in the summer. So
there you go.
That's good. That's very good. And we also got Mario Strikers Battle League announcement.
Yeah,
that looks really cool.
The Strikers games have been fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, is this because the other ones were all Next Level games, right?
Yeah.
Is this one also developed by Next Level?
They were basically
Sega
Soccer Slam, right?
Yet.
Didn't Next Level do Sega Soccer Slam as well?
Possibly.
I'll go look that up.
Please do.
Do that.
Because Nintendo owns Next Level now, right?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Oh no, it was made by EA Black Box.
Oh, okay.
And Visual Concepts. So I was wrong about that. Sorry.
What else? Did they do Next Level? Did they do something else though that was similar?
They did the baseball game.
Yeah, Mario Super Sluggers, which actually, when I saw this, because this does look really good, but the first thing I thought was, God, I'd love to have a new Super Sluggers.
Yeah.
Mario Super Sluggers was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you never know what the future may bring. You never know now that they're bringing this back.
Yeah, really.
They could certainly do it. But it looks pretty cool, and it's got online play, and you can even create online clubs with up to 20 members.
Well, there you go.
And compete against other clubs worldwide. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
That is pretty cool.
If only they had done that for Mario Kart, or not Mario Kart, Mario Golf Super Rush. That would have been good. But oh well.
There's a lot of things they could have done better on Mario Golf Super Rush. Let's be honest.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. We got a new trailer for Kirby in the Forgotten Land, which continues to look awesome.
Man, that looks good.
And they revealed
my
a new
youngest
power.
went nuts when she saw that.
New power. Kirby can swallow really huge things.
No. I mean, it's going to be great as a mechanic, but
don't say it on the podcast. Is that what you're saying?
No, I just don't
talk about it.
I'm uncomfortable looking at it, you know?
It's called mouthful mode.
Yeah, it is.
Mouthful.
Yes, it is.
Tell us more, CJ, but could you go a little slower? Could you make it sexier?
I can't make it any sexier. Sorry.
So
there we go.
Excited about the new Kirby game where Nintendo revealed a special new mode called Mouthful Mode.
That wasn't sexier. It's actually really creepy now.
In Mouthful Mode, Kirby can swallow just about anything, no matter the size, no matter the shape or texture.
No, it's still creepy. Mouthfeel.
So
that one always gets CJ. Every time you see mouthfeel, CJ loses it.
It's just all I can think about is just when he's stretched over objects like let's say you're in the car that Kirby decides to partially swallow and his skin is just stretched over it like a balloon.
Sure.
What, like if you open the door,
kind of like being in a car wash?
Yeah, well, I mean, like when you open the door, just like the noise it would make as his skin just stretches a little more, or or there's that one where he gets like a big circular shaped head. I forget what he swallows, like a ring or something. And he's just got
a ring.
And
or a light bulb.
Well, it's not the light bulb one.
No.
Oh, okay.
There's the light bulb one, but there's also one where he gets like his mouth is just like a big circular shape, and then the back of it, it's almost like a drum head you know, the skin of the drum stretched over the ring, and it's like you feel like you could just poke a hole right through Kirby's flesh. It just, oof, it's unnerving.
Sounds like you need to write a fanfic about this.
Another one?
There you go. But yeah, it continues to look really good. I'm excited about it. Comes out very soon here, March 25th. Oh God, I've lost
Phil's
connection.
gone. We've lost Phil.
Uh-oh.
No, I was just being quiet.
Oh,
I have nothing to
okay.
say about Kirby, so
Nothing to say about Kirby. It looks great though. I'm definitely playing it.
I feel like I'm going to end up getting it because, like I said, my youngest, she happened to walk in and just as that came on and just went berserk. So, yeah.
Don't deny your kids the Kirby.
No, I wouldn't.
No,
I own Kirby games because they like Kirby games. So.
Yeah, it's fun.
This looks like a good one. I'm excited.
It looks really fun. Yeah, you're like rebuilding a Waddle Dee town. Looks fun.
Yeah,
I don't know what that sentence meant.
Waddle Dees. Those are the kind of like little generic bad guys that you see in all the Kirby games. And they have like a little shanty town that you put together. And this like
King Dedede looks dark. It looks very grim dark.
Do they show it? I don't remember seeing him in that trailer.
Well, they don't show his face. They show his robe, and he like turns around, and the camera cuts.
Oh, okay.
So they're not showing.
Okay.
It's very dramatic. Yes,
I see.
Yeah,
the high drama of the Kirby.
That's right.
Series. Yeah.
We got a new Taiko no Tatsujin Rhythm Festival game coming out. It includes a subscription-based.
Just like Phil's.
I know,
just
right?
A Phil Nintendo Direct.
Yeah. I know.
More Clonoa, more Taiko no Tatsujin.
It includes a subscription service.
Did you hear that they're making Transformer Legos now? So
right,
a couple hundred songs for Taiko.
House.
And the game includes the Legend of Zelda theme.
Yes,
Taiko stage. So that's pretty cool.
I will buy this. I will purchase the subscription.
Oh, you're gonna purchase the subscription?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, at least for a I'm guessing it's a monthly thing. I'll pay for the subscription for a couple months.
Okay.
Play my 500 Taiko songs and
I'm
very excited. I'm very, very excited. A
Taiko game came out on Xbox Game Pass like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, that's right. It did, didn't it?
Yeah, but no drum controllers for the Xbox.
That's true.
So.
It's true. I do have a Taiko controller for Switch. So
nice, very nice.
I imported that.
Yeah, we got an announcement of Portal Companion Collection. Portal 1 and 2.
Good excuse to play those again.
Yeah, it's exciting. Coming later this year.
Yeah.
And we got an Earthbound announcement for Nintendo Switch Online. The Super Nintendo.
Wow. With the
Earthbound.
eye roll and the thumbs
Have you ever played that game?
The NES one gets Earthbound Beginnings.
Have
I played what game?
The NES game.
The NES game, no.
Oh. I tried to play it. I tried to play through it on stream a couple years back, and it is not balanced in the least.
Oh, right.
It is
right.
super grindy and super difficult, and it's not fun. It just gets to the point where it's not fun anymore.
What about the Super Nintendo one?
I've never played the Super Nintendo one.
Really? Okay. I've finished the Super Nintendo one.
I've heard it's way better than the NES game. Way better than the NES game.
It is a fantastic game. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I suggest you should play it. You should totally play that for one of your retro streams.
I will eventually.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good time. And then, of course, no Nintendo Direct would be a 9.5 if it didn't get Chrono Cross: The Radical Dreamers Edition.
Radical.
In April, this comes out.
And it includes Radical Dreamers.
It includes Radical Dreamers, which previously was a sort of text-based adventure thing that was only on the Satellaview.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
And it's translated into English for the first time.
Wow. That's a big deal.
So, that is crazy. A big deal.
If you're a big Chrono Trigger / Chrono Cross fan. Because isn't that the thing that connects the two?
Yeah.
Or it's been reworked so that it connects the two or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Yeah.
So you're gonna play this
9.5.
9.5.
I would consider playing. It's cheap. I saw it's on the pre-order on the Canadian store. It's like $26.
Oh, okay.
So it's budget priced game. Chrono
And it
Cross is a good
includes
game.
You can skip boss encounters and things like that.
Boss encounter, you can skip random encounters.
Oh, okay, right, okay.
I don't know about boss encounters. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, it's a good game. So it's not Chrono Trigger, but it's a good game.
Sure.
Yeah.
You think
And
we'll ever
the
get
Radical Dreamers thing? I'm interested in trying.
Will we get more Chrono Trigger? Is that going to be the next thing to get reimagined?
Is this?
I don't feel like Square does that anymore.
I mean, they did Trial of Mana. They're doing Chrono Cross. They're doing the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters. They're kind of like going through their catalog, right?
I'm sorry. I took your question to mean, are we going to get new Chrono Trigger games?
Oh, no.
No. Okay. Yes.
That's not what
a
I'm
remaster.
saying.
You know what? I don't know. It'd be great. I would love to see. Actually, moving on to something else, because Live Alive is coming out.
Live Alive, yeah.
And that looks amazing.
Transition.
I wish I had time to play RPGs because that game does look
really does look good,
It
right?
looks so good.
Yeah. And it's doing that 2D, 3D thing that's just gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They've done with a few games. And like, I'm excited that the Pixel remasters have they announced they're coming to Switch?
No.
They're going to come to Switch eventually.
I was hoping we'd get that in this Nintendo Direct, and then it didn't happen.
But I'm excited that those are hopefully coming to Switch. But at the same time, I see like Live Alive. It's like, oh my God, I would love to play like Final Fantasy VI.
Yes.
Looking like that.
Although the Pixel remaster does not look bad.
No,
like they
it just doesn't look
the
like
opera
that.
scene.
Yeah, it just doesn't look like that.
Real nice.
That's the thing.
You're right. You're right.
So, but still, I mean, Live Alive looks incredible, and they're doing the front mission first.
Mission 1 and 2.
Is it 1 and 2?
Well,
they showed off
not together.
1, and then they said 2 is coming later.
2's coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's another series that we sort of got a taste of
on
the PlayStation. I think was the first time that came out in North America.
Yes.
Was whatever that one was called. So it's cool that we're getting remakes of the original games coming here. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
There's a lot that Direct was great.
There's
a lot to like in that Direct,
and it was mostly like retro fan. Like if you're a retro fan or like an old school Nintendo fan, you're gonna love this Direct.
Yeah,
all about that stuff. Yeah.
Good news, oldies.
Yeah, Live Alive looks really good. I think I might take a shot at that one.
The bookends on this Nintendo Direct were the least exciting things: the Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, and then Xenoblade Chronicles 3. It's like, all right,
well, if you're a big Xenoblade fan, that's a big deal.
I mean, I played mostly through 2, but not all the way.
And I think also worth pointing out the new game modes for Metroid Dread.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Rookie mode, boss rush mode, and also the the Dread mode.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess the boss rush is coming later in the spring.
Yeah.
But rookie mode and
Dread
mode are
I
now.
Downloaded the update and just to see if it was possible to use my current save file and change the difficulty level. And as far as I can tell, you can't.
Oh no! What?
I think you have to restart. Now I might be wrong, but I loaded up my save file and I couldn't find a way to change it. So like I started a new save file, and when you start the new save file, that's when it asks you if you want rookie, normal, or whatever the more difficult Dread mode, or I guess it's called
Dread.
Yeah. So it's like because there was a chance I would go back with rookie mode on my current save file. My current save file is pretty far into the game.
Yeah, you're almost done.
Yeah,
I'm at the final boss, and I was like,
see, rookie mode would be perfect for you.
I like I said,
I think that's all it changes.
Oh really?
Well, that, and as far as
changes the amount of health you get, or
that's
the amount of health you have,
and it makes the bosses easier.
See, yeah, because I lost to the final boss a couple times, and I was just like, I don't got time for this nonsense. So if I could go back and play it on baby mode, I would absolutely do it. But not starting over.
And I had a few people reach out and ask, like, do you think you'll go back and finish it now with rookie mode? And I think if I could use my current save file and change it to rookie mode, I don't know, but definitely. There's a lot of games coming out in the next few weeks. I don't know if you noticed or not.
That's true.
A lot of games I'm way more interested in playing than going back to a game that I've decided I don't like and playing through it.
You're all about Elden Ring.
No, but having to start from the beginning, I don't know. I don't know if I'll do that.
Yeah.
But it is good that they did it.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Anything that makes that game more accessible, I think, it's a great game, and it's a popular game, and it's from a massive series, and anything that makes it so that more people can enjoy it, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. Also, I want to see speed runs of people playing Dread mode, because that will be very impressive.
That will be very impressive.
Yeah.
I want to see 1cc Dread mode.
I wonder if Dread mode is something where like you can't save, or there's no like it's one hit kill, and if you die, you're sent all the way back.
I feel like I'll never find out.
I mean, I'll never find out either, but I want to see that playthrough. I'm sure it'll happen too. Probably already has.
Oh God, yeah.
For sure. But anyway. So yeah, that was the news last week. What a Nintendo Direct. Like, I give that top marks, and it's like it didn't even have Metroid Prime 4. It didn't have Breath of the Wild any 2. Mario Odyssey sequel, no mainline Mario, but it was just chock-a-block full of like really great announcements. So
yeah.
Alrighty, let's get into what you've been playing. I'll kick us off. I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn now that we're a week away from Horizon Forbidden West. So I have started Horizon Zero Dawn like 3 times before, and I've just like the beginning just loses me every time.
No.
This time I started my save from when I had last played it and didn't replay the beginning. And now I'm like a good 7 or 8 hours, maybe more in. And the combat is really fun. I'm playing on easy, so everything's pretty damn easy in that game. Like the robots go down with like 1 hit. So it's not hard, but I'm having fun with it. Kind of doing a lot of side quests now, like the different areas that it takes you to. Right now, anyway, like the next thing I have to do is go to the city called Meridian that's over on like the other side of the map. And I'm like, well, how about I just like stick around here in these areas that I know and can fast travel between and do some side quests. So that's what I've been doing. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. So there's crafting in it, which I hate in games in general. But it's not too bad on the easy mode. I don't know if they up the amount of resources you get in easy mode or not. But you also have to like craft item slot upgrades, and that can be a little tedious as well. Like I don't love that part. Like I wish there was a little easier way to manage items and stuff. But I'm really liking the gameplay. It looks beautiful, of course. It doesn't seem as polished now, and maybe that's because it's a 5-year-old game, but it's kind of rough around the edges in some spots. But we'll see how the PS5 sequel fares in that department pretty soon. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. I did get the complete version that has the Frozen Wilds DLC. I think I accidentally started a side quest that is in the Frozen Wilds area. But yeah, playing some of that. I'll stop when the sequel comes out and play that instead. I already have it preloaded, ready to go.
I'm going into the sequel totally raw. I've never played the first one. I won't take the time this week to play it. I won't have the time this week to play it. So
I've played a couple hours of the first one and sort of bounced off of it. So
it did not start. I don't think that game started well at all. But maybe the sequel will be better in that department. All right. Then I played some more Pokemon Legends Arceus. Having a lot of fun with that. I'm still kind of around that Fire Pit Island area. Just sort of leveling up my team, ready to go fight the team of Pokemon Marauders that have stolen a Growlithe from some of my friends. Damn it!
How dare they?
Who's on your team?
Who's on my team? It's
Pokemon.
Oh, that makes sense.
Pikachu. It's the evolved form of Rowlet, which I think is Decidueye.
The final evolution?
Final evolution, yeah.
That is
Decidueye.
Yes.
I got Ponyta on my team. I got Graveler. I've got
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Oh.
I've got a couple others that I don't use.
Oh,
they're just in my team to level up.
I see.
Yeah. But,
And
this
the
was
rest.
fascinating.
And all the rest of the Pokemon. But anyway, yeah, I'm enjoying it. And I also played some more on the Oculus Quest. I've been spending some time with Walkabout Mini Golf, which, as it says on the tin, is a mini golf game. And it's really fun. It's played with one controller, so the game tells you can put the other one down, and you just play mini golf. You just do the shots or whatever. It feels really good.
Yeah.
You press the trigger to basically like warp to where the ball is, so you can play it at a very small area. You don't have to have like a lot of room scale.
You don't actually have to construct a miniature golf course to walk around.
No.
Okay.
Although you could do that if you wanted to.
It seems like then you could just
play mini golf.
Play mini golf for real. You don't need the headset for that.
True. But and then you can move around like many Quest games have it when you use the analog stick, you push it forward, you can like warp to another area. Has that, and they've hidden golf balls around each hole.
Okay.
You can find secret golf balls and unlock new balls.
Go on a ball search.
Go on a ball search.
Ball search.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just really fun. It's very chill. I played a couple courses so far. There's like a Japan course that has like a very tranquil soundtrack to it. And some nice flowing water, some nice nature sounds in there too. It's very, very zen, very relaxing. So yeah.
The first time I went mini golfing in real life was at the what was that, the little mini golf place I was talking about last week?
Oh,
yes, it was at it was at Putt Putt Miniature Golf and Arcade near where I grew up, and you know, I was young and I had not golfed before in any capacity, mini or otherwise. So I had no, I had no idea how to play the game. I had no idea how, much force to use. I didn't know.
This is gonna be good.
And all I knew from golfing is what I had seen on TV.
Oh.
So the first hole we get to,
you shout four.
I put the golf ball down. I grab my putter. I wind up.
Jesus Christ.
I hit the ball. It flies over the fence of the place. It lands in the parking lot where it proceeds.
And Phil was never allowed to go back there.
To bounce.
So this is why you're always in the arcade.
Proceeds to bounce out of the parking lot and on and out and it came to a stop in the middle of the main road.
You gotta play it where it lies.
Outside. I mean, for a little kid, that's pretty good distance, I'd say, especially with a putter.
Sure,
but yeah, it was no, Phil. You just give it little taps. That's all.
That's right.
This isn't We're not on Pebble Beach. So yeah, we had to. I forget if we just went to the counter and said this idiot kid just hit the ball out of your business area, or if we actually like ran out into the street to get it.
Hitting balls out of the business area. That sounds,
you know how that
dirty.
goes. Yeah. So there we go. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I got my first case of using the Oculus refund policy this week. And my first VR sickness story, really. So I bought this game called Ultra Wings 2, which looks like a really nice flight simulator game. You fly through rings in it.
Gosh, you tried a flight sim?
A variety
VR?
I know. A variety of different missions. I thought, oh, this could be cool.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
It was cool, but what was not cool was the feeling that I was going to throw up about 2 seconds in.
Oh boy.
They start you off on this little copter that has like, just one throttle, like up and down, like not a whole lot of.
Hold your hand at that level and show us how to do the throttle again. There you go. Little treat for the people watching on the YouTubes. Yeah.
So anyway, I go and they start you off. You take off in the plane, and they want you to fly through the rings. And the first ring is like over there on the right. So of course I'm going to turn right to try to go through the ring. I turned right, ended up going like sideways, like full sideways.
Oh wow. Okay.
And holy cow, I have never wanted to like rip the headset off faster. It was just gut churning.
Oh my.
So I refunded.
Yeah.
I didn't throw up. I refunded the game.
Right. I refunded my lunch. All over the floor.
Yeah, and was very happy that you can do this. Their refund policy is you have to have played under 2 hours, and it has to be less than 14 days since purchase. So
that's fair.
Pretty good return policy.
Yeah.
And in there you can state, what the reason was. So I was like, uncomfortable.
Is it like a drop down menu where it's like?
Yeah, it's a drop down.
Okay, so I would imagine like motion sickness would be one of those options, right?
Absolutely is. Yeah. So yeah.
What's the process? Is it a like, do they hide that refund, or is it actually pretty easy to find?
They hide it. It's several menus down. So you have to go into the Oculus app on your phone.
Oh, okay.
And then like click my account and then my purchases, and then it'll list your purchases with 3 little dots on the side. You hit the 3 little dots, and one of the options is request a refund.
Okay. Yeah.
So yes, they hide it.
Okay. But it's there and it works.
It's there. It works. I did get a refund for it. I did post to Twitter that I used it. Somebody asked me what game it was, and I said what game it was. And then the developers of the game replied, and they said it was something like only play for a few minutes a day or whatever. And then by the end of the first week or something, you'll be used to it. I was like, thank you, but no.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a fine game.
Well, yeah, it's like nothing
Videos
personal,
are fine, but I'm not playing. It's not personal now.
Not like,
I just can't play your game. I'm sorry.
It's not that I didn't like your game. It's that just
made me sick.
I get motion sickness. That's on me, not you.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Yeah. Hey.
So yeah, did that. Played some Beat Saber. It was all good again.
Yeah, Beat Saber's a fun game.
Beat Saber is good. I bought it on the Quest, so
good.
I'm now playing it. As is my daughter. My daughter loves VR.
Yeah.
Always wants to play VR.
Nice.
She's always asking about it. Mostly playing Job Simulator.
Yeah.
But then playing Beat Saber. She criticizes me for playing mini golf because apparently that is a stupid game.
Whoa. My goodness.
It's a bad game, so
what? Jeez.
She also
a critic.
She also criticizes my playing of Horizon Zero Dawn. What are you playing a boring game? I'm like, it's not boring. Come in here and watch. You like this game.
Yeah,
she finds it boring. So
kids these days.
She loves her job simulator. That's all. But anyway, so that's what I've been playing.
You get her Trover saves the world or whatever.
But that's got the naughty language.
You can turn that off.
Still.
You can turn it off. You can have it bleep.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I will.
I mean, don't actually. It's a fun game. I enjoy it, but I wouldn't want my kid playing it.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
But so apparently, I'm gonna play virtual poker or virtual mini golf with Seabake and Greg Ford.
Oh,
come out here. You should get in on that. Phil.
Well, again, I don't know how to play poker, and
I don't either.
Now you'll be able to learn.
Mini golf, you've already shown us that you can hit the ball like way the hell out of there.
Virtually go for distance in mini golf there.
Yeah.
Ugh. Man, oh man.
But anyway, that is what I've been playing. So, Greg, what do you got?
I got nothing. Not putting anything on the outline wasn't a mistake. I just didn't play anything new this week.
Yeah.
So,
what about anything old?
Just Gran Turismo and Formula One. You guys don't want to hear about that.
There you go.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Had a great race in Formula One. Managed to finish third in a car that didn't deserve to be there. So, I was pretty proud of that.
Did you hear about that Gran Turismo, like Sony AI thing that can play Gran Turismo better than anybody in the world or something like that?
I haven't paid super close attention to it, but I did hear about that.
There's some sort of like deep blue for Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Beats you in chess too, while it's beating you on the track.
At the same time, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty impressive.
Nice. Just drives right over the chessboard.
Yep.
Checkmate.
Mm-hmm.
See?
No, I got nothing. Sorry.
Wow. All right. Well, Phil.
I got nothing.
I don't believe that.
The stuff I wrote down on the outline, that was a lie.
I'm looking at the outline.
That was speculative. Well, you know what? I didn't put this down on the outline, but you know what I did do this week is I spent a whopping $10 on my PlayStation 5, that Sony system. I bought the Uncharted remake upgrade or whatever.
Legacy.
Yeah, it's the Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy upgrade.
The Something of Thieves pack or collection.
Yes. If you have either Uncharted 4 or Uncharted Lost Legacy for your PlayStation 4, you can upgrade to the PS5 versions of both of those games for a measly $10, which I did. I bounced off of Uncharted 4 back in the day. As much as I enjoyed Uncharted, as much as I loved Uncharted 2, and as much as I really, really liked Uncharted 3, although not as much as 2, but I still really, really liked it, I bounced off of 4 like halfway through.
Yeah.
It didn't some about it.
It wasn't up there.
Yeah. And then I never played.
I liked it, but I don't remember much about the gameplay at all. I remember more about the scenes like playing Crash Bandicoot in the.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
I remember the ending.
I remember the beginning and the ending were both great.
The ending's amazing.
Yeah. And I never played Lost Legacy.
Me neither.
Which is Lost Legacy is really good. I played
through that. Well, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard that. So I was like, well, you know what? I'll drop the $10 and get the upgrades. So I did. And as an extra incentive, you also if you buy that $10 upgrade, they send you a code to get a free movie ticket to see the hot new Hollywood blockbuster Uncharted starring
Spider-Man,
Tom Holland and Marky Mark. So I got that code too. Of course, it's only valid in Regal Cinemas. Which
what's a Regal Cinema?
Yeah, exactly. I had to look. Turns out there is a Regal Cinema near-ish me, but it's kind of out of the way, and also it's like I don't really know how hyped up I am to go to a movie theater right now.
Yeah.
With pandemics and such to see the Uncharted movie, which is sitting at a solid 50% on the Rotten Tomatoes. Unless you look at the top critics where it's sitting at a solid, I think, 0. So,
really?
Whoops.
I mean, I'm looking at it at the moment. It's at 50%. If I look at top critics, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 8 reviews from top critics, and they are all rotten. So,
what do top critics know?
Yeah, I know, right? I mean,
they probably only watched the first 5 minutes of the movie and then scored it based on that.
I mean, I usually love Mark Wahlberg movies.
Yeah.
But I popped in and I played maybe like the first 10 or 15 minutes of Lost Legacy just to kind of see what it was like. So
yeah,
I haven't really dived into that yet, but
it's a good game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to at some point playing it. You know, as we were saying, Horizon's just around the corner, so I'm not going to start
this on the horizon. Horizon.
I see what you did there.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Pretty smart.
That's pretty good. That's our show for this week, folks.
Wait a second.
We're not getting any better than that. I did pick up for the Nintendo Switch. Speaking of old games, coming onto modern systems, I picked up the Valis, the Phantasm Soldier collection, which is, of course, a collection of the first 3 games in the. I guess it's probably not the first 3 games because SD Valis was in there somewhere, but it's a collection of the first 3 numbered games in the Valis series, which were on the TurboGrafx / PC Engine and Genesis back in the day. And I really enjoyed the Valis games back in the day. They're not good.
No, I was going to ask you about this.
Yeah.
Because they're not good.
They're not good, but
they're not terrible.
No.
But they're not.
No. They're perfectly mediocre.
Yes.
Action. Yes. Slash 'em up games. They're 2D, like on you're on a 2D plane and you're running around slashing swords at monsters and casting magic spells and such. They had that vibe of kind of like those like Ernest Evans and El Viento.
They're not that bad, but yes.
But they're not much better.
Terrible.
They're not much better. But they're from that era in like the early to mid 90s where we were starting to get kind of like games with very heavy anime influence. And they were, we had like the nice cutscenes because it was the dawn of CD-ROM technology. So we were getting like anime cutscenes and voice acting and really high quality music. The music's great. So there's that kind of charm, and I have a lot of nostalgia for them. I certainly played a lot of. I didn't play the first because the first one was released here on Genesis. Although
I think Valis 3 actually came out first, but yeah, the first one was released here on Genesis.
Well, yeah, but that's the weird thing because it was like I think the first game in that series to come out here was Valis 2 on the TurboGrafx. I think.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Yeah, and then like Valis 3 was released on the TurboGrafx and the Genesis, and then I think they kind of went back and brought out the first Valis on Genesis.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. And then, like I said, there was an SD.
Yeah, which they called Sid of Valis when it came here.
Sid of Valis, yeah. And I have a lot of
nostalgia. When Valis 3 came out, I'll be totally honest, I'm the same way for Valis 3. When Valis 3 came out on the Genesis, I remember renting it and playing through it and really enjoying it.
Yeah, I did too.
You know,
I
and I mean,
bought
it had some cool gameplay features because I mean, you ended up having 3 characters that you could swap between
Yeah.
at will, and they all had different abilities,
Yep.
right? Which was
Yes, indeed.
and it had great cutscenes and a really nice art style, especially in the cutscenes. Like there was a lot to love about that game. But yeah, going back and playing it years later,
Yeah,
it's just like
it's rough.
they're just not great. Again, they're
Yeah.
not terrible, but they're not, you know,
The-
Valis 1 on the Genesis was not good. I
Yeah.
remember playing that even back in the day and it was like, this is garbage.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, the controls are kind of sluggish and you know, it's overly difficult due to just kind of like haphazard enemy placement and stuff like that. It's you know, I wouldn't recommend them to anyone unless you have the nostalgia for them like I do.
Right.
But I'm very happy this exists. It is a shame that because well it's all the PC Engine versions on here. Which means no SD/Sid of Valis and no Super Valis 4.
That was a really not a good game, if I remember correctly.
Because that was a Super Nintendo game. But you know what, the collection is actually pretty good. Yeah, they have the manual scanned in there. They actually translated the manuals as well, so you can see them in Japanese and English. There's a music player. There's a cutscene viewer. So if you just want to
that's
watch
cool.
the cutscenes without having to play the game, you can just go watch the endings or any of the other cutscenes during the game. So it's, you know, I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with it. I did order the physical version from Limited Run. They had that up for pre-order for a couple weeks, but I broke down and bought the digital version just because I didn't feel like waiting 9 months or whatever to play the Limited Run version whenever that decides to show up.
Right.
But man, it's like $40. It's a little expensive for what it is, but hey, there it is. I bought it anyway. So
I feel like I have enough nostalgia for those that if the digital version goes on sale, I'll probably grab it.
Yeah, throw it on your wish list or something. And
if it gets down to like $20 or something like that, I'll get that.
Sure, it will at some point.
Yeah.
So if you have the nostalgia, it's worth it. But I'm not going to blame you if you wait for it to get a little cheaper.
Yeah.
Another game I picked up on Switch, which a couple people recommended to me. It's a game called Grapple Dog. You seen this? Do you hear about this?
I picked this up as well.
Did you play any Grapple Dog yet?
Played the first stage.
Yeah, Grapple Dog is a game where you are a dog with a grappling hook. And
checks out.
Yep. That's what it is. It's a little kind of platformer. It looks like just like the graphical style. It gives me a part-time UFO vibe.
Yeah.
Cute chunky sprites with like really thick bold outlines, and the colors are just nice bright colorful color palettes in the game. But yeah, it's just a little platformer with a grapple mechanic. You're going through levels, you can run and jump on platforms and stuff, and then you can shoot your grappling hook on to specific surfaces. You can't grab onto everything. There are like kind of gem surfaces that your grapple shot will latch onto. And then you're just going through levels, collecting coins and gems and bouncing on enemies and stuff like that. So
there's a wall jump too.
Oh yeah. You do have a triangle jump to go up walls. But it's a fun little game. I played through a few levels so far, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. And it's, how much was it? What, it was like 15.
It's
maybe?
like 13. It's on sale, I think. It's like normally $15.
Yeah.
It's like 12 or 13.
10% off launch sale or something.
Yeah, something like that. It does something I hate in Switch games, by the way.
What's that?
It uses B as confirm button instead of
A. Yeah.
Which normally I'm like, I can go from the Xbox controller to the Switch, PlayStation, no problem. But when you have a Switch game that uses the B button to confirm.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I have no problem. Like, if I'm holding the Joy-Con or holding a Pro controller, I can do it.
Right.
But when they mess up and there's no option to like switch it,
right.
I'm like, oh shit. Oh, it's very frustrating for me personally.
Yeah. No, I understand.
But
I understand. It's one of those little things.
It's a little little thing.
But yeah, it's a cute little game.
It is nice music too. Really.
Oh yeah,
quite nice.
Yeah, I'm having a good time with it. So I will continue playing Grapple Dog. So that's all I've been playing this week.
All right. Well, I guess that means it's time for tweets.
Tweet.
And we'll start off tweets with an email.
Oh,
from listener Sam, who says, "Howdy, fellas."
The tweet song if we're doing emails.
Well, it's the same thing. Howdy, fellows. As we all grow older, do you find? Thanks for the reminder, by the way, Sam. Do you find that there are certain games that you will only play early in the day when you're still bright-eyed and bushy-tailed? I won't attempt any sort of puzzle game if I'm not fresh of mind. Conversely, are there any types of games you only enjoy when you're exhausted?
Well, I'm always exhausted. So
yeah, I was going to say, you're going to have to be more specific.
I have no choice. I can only play games when I'm exhausted. I'm an old, tired man.
Yeah, certainly there are games that I enjoy more as a chill out sort of experience.
I mean, honestly, I don't really play games early in the day anymore just because I'm, doing family stuff or working at my job or anything like that. So
yeah,
same. I find that's the case with me too.
Yeah, I mean, like at night, I might play a few cross puzzles just to kind of wind down from the day.
Yep.
I mean, those are kind of logic puzzles, but it's one of those things where I've played so much Picross where it's, it's almost like a routine. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not as mentally taxing as it might be for some people who haven't played as much Picross or anything like that. It is almost like a relaxing kind of mental exercise for me, just to kind of get me winding down. But yeah, I don't have anything that I'm like, I must be wide awake for this.
No, I mean, the last time I had to play a game in the morning was like Animal Crossing, or maybe like some of the early Pokemon games where you had to get up at a certain hour to catch something. Otherwise, I don't really find that there are types of games that are better when I'm fresh of mind.
I guess there was every now and again when like Tetris 99 has one of their weekends when you're trying to unlock the skins. Yeah. If I try like when the event goes live, which is usually like
10
9, 10, 11. Well, they usually go live in the evening.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay. Yeah, like 11 p.m. or something. The event will start, and I'm like, I'm gonna try getting a few points now, and it'll be like, I'm not playing Tetris as well as I usually play Tetris because it's late at night, so maybe I should.
Well, but isn't that because Japan is awake and all the people?
Well, it could be two things.
Yeah.
It could be
two things. Sure.
Because I'm not terrible at Tetris. I'm pretty decent at Tetris, and you catch me at a late enough hour, and I'm making mistakes that I recognize that I would not normally be making this mistake if I was.
Yeah, I think any competitive game, you can't play when you're exhausted. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Even Sea of Thieves, I wouldn't play when I'm exhausted.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I find it hard. Luckily, I don't have to play because I'm on the West Coast and I play with people who are either in the UK or on like Atlantic or Eastern time. So it's way later for them than it is for me, which is just fine.
Yeah, I find I generally don't play games in the morning either.
Yeah.
Not so much a choice, just mornings are busy.
Getting
mornings
kids
are
ready
busy.
for school.
Yeah.
And
As we get older, listener
Yeah.
Sam, our mornings are filled with other things.
it's true.
Yeah.
Taking our back pills and
amen to that. I need some back pills.
You know how long it takes us to get off the toilet these days?
What? I don't have that problem.
No, I can't.
I don't have that particular problem. All right. Let's do this one from Okotoke's lawyer, who says, "Did Greg finish It Takes Two? I agreed with all his early takes. Having now finished it with my 15-year-old son, it seems that the therapy second half was probably made first, and the early part up to the torture was added on. Is this padding common in game development?"
No, I did not finish it. And actually, Jessica, who I was playing with, we made the decision this weekend that neither of us cared enough to go back and finish it. I don't know about the second half being created first, but there's definite padding there, and I think that was kind of the thing. First of all, again, going back to what I said before, the story's terrible. I don't. The more and now that
game of the year winner,
right?
Yeah.
And once we decided that we weren't going to complete it, we both agreed that let's go look up the story, because we kind of had our suspicions as to what the story was going to be, and it was exactly what we both expected.
Oh, really?
In a disappointing way.
Well, you mean there was a happy ending?
I don't know. We're going to spoil it. Are we saying spoilers?
I don't care. Although
I don't care either.
All right. Well, spoilers, I guess. So if you're listening live right now, here's a few seconds for you to mute this. Yeah. So they get back together.
Oh, of course.
Which I find extremely disappointing, considering that the way they were written, there is no way in hell they should have been together in the first place. Like,
oh, jeez.
It would have been a better ending if the whole lesson was like, the whole lesson is, of course, like the little girl thinks it's her fault and she runs away and they fall back in love and they go find her and everything's good and it's a happy ending. And it's like, based on the way the characters are written, that does not ring even remotely true. And I feel like if you're
going to have a sequel when they get divorced again.
Yeah. If you're gonna tackle subject matter, yeah, exactly. If you're gonna tackle subject matter like that, I think the better message would have been like, maybe they still decide to get divorced because clearly it's the right decision, because they're both miserable.
That's the sequel,
and they're making their kid miserable, and like sort of like the Mrs. Doubtfire ending. You know what I mean? Where it's like, mom and dad didn't fall in love again, but they're happy, and now the kids are happy, and blah, 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 which I realize is ham-fisted as well. How about maybe just don't even tackle this subject matter at all?
But then you don't have a game.
Right. But as far as padding goes, that was the other thing that kind of killed it for us, was because we had gotten to the point where the story has kind of played out. You're ready for the ending. And then that's when that, like, just terrible book character that you just cringe when he appears on screen shows up and like, here's the thing you need, and now I'm gonna rip it into 4 pieces so we can have 4 more levels.
No,
it's like, oh, really? Like, no. So yes, padding is a thing that exists in games, and this game is absolutely padded. It's unfortunate because, again, like I said last week or the week before, whatever, the gameplay is great, but even without the terrible story that surrounds it, by the time that happened, it was wearing thin. The terrible story made it worse, but it was wearing thin, and it wasn't enough to hold our interest as a team playing the game. We're just like, I've enjoyed the gameplay here, and there are some great moments, some really, really creative design with with a multiplayer game, but I kind of had enough of it at that point. and I feel like, you know, maybe that's just me and sort of the time that I feel like giving a game like this, but it really felt like it had run its course. And it was so crushing when that book appeared and literally just rips, like there's no pretense to it. There's no, like, it's so nakedly padding out the game in this terrible generic way. Like, he rips it up for no reason other than to make the experience longer.
Right.
Like, and he basically says that when he does it. It's like, you've come a long way, but you're not ready yet. And then he does his little dance and he rips it into 4 pieces, and you're just like, fuck. So, you know, sorry for that. But anyway, yeah. No, we're not going to continue. We made the decision that, you know, we enjoyed the gameplay part, or at least I shouldn't speak for her, but I enjoyed the gameplay parts of it, but they were wearing thin. The story was terrible. I don't know how it got a Family Game of the Year award. I just do not get that. I feel like that was awarded based on the concept and what whoever awarded it wanted it to be. But for me, it was, the story was terrible. So
I see.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Well, then it won't be getting any awards from you.
No.
Let's do this one from Hacker Alias Zero Kaiser, who says we don't get much CG or anime openings anymore. Why is that? Do you have any favorites? Mine are Soul Edge, Onimusha 2, and Suikoden.
Soul Edge is great.
Yeah, really. Lunar Silver Star Story. Hello.
You know what you want?
Opening.
If you want a great opening, a great anime style opening for a video game, Persona 5.
Yeah.
It doesn't even tell a story. It's just like a music video. It's unreal. It's so good. The music's so good. The visuals are so good. Yeah.
Yeah. I do a little cliche for me, but I still love the Mr. Driller Drill Land opening.
It's so great.
You know, the Dig a Chance, all that. Yeah.
And that's set up like a TV theme, right? Like, it even has like a little credits thing over it.
Yeah.
Love that.
Good stuff.
Yeah. We don't get too many of those.
Yeah.
It's a shame because we used to get some
Soul
great
Edge
stuff.
one. It's so good.
And makes me think also, like, Wild Arms is another one that has a great little animated opening with some really great music.
Yeah.
Same with Chrono Cross, actually. Chrono Cross is really great music in the intro.
What about that Sonic Mania intro vid?
Yep.
No, yeah.
It's really good.
Not as good as Sonic CD, but still pretty good.
Well,
man, the Sonic CD intro.
Yeah, that was a great animated intro.
Gotta use the Japanese song though. You need.
They both work.
They both work.
Toot Sonic. The intro is animated to like hit the beats of Toot Sonic Warrior.
You're right.
It goes with that song so much better because it was animated to go with that song. Sonic Boom. No, sorry. You know what game has an excellent anime opening?
What's that?
Is import PS2 game Namco Cross Capcom.
Oh yeah.
You ever see that Namco Cross Capcom? It's like a strategy game.
I've heard of it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It has characters from Namco games and Capcom games, if you can believe it. And it's like a strategy game. And the intro, I'll send you a link to the intro, CJ, so you can put it in the show notes. Yeah. It is top tier anime intro. It's really good. It's got a really good song. It's got some fantastic animation, and it's got like a zillion great characters from both of those companies kind of interacting off each other. So please look forward to it.
I see.
All
right, let's wrap it up with this one from Hacker Alias Seabake 96.
Who?
76. Sorry,
I was gonna say
Seabake 76, not 96. That'd be a different Seabake altogether.
This is like Seabake, but 20 years younger. and
I bet you'd still look exactly the same. Because that man has not aged since last time I saw him.
He needs Phil's take on the Optimus Prime and Megatron Kotobukiya.
I sent you the link to that today.
Transformers Bishojo lineup.
Yeah, a lot of people are sending me that link because apparently people think that I'm not like right on the cusp of like new Transformers figures. Every time.
Well, to be fair, I sent it because I wasn't sure if you liked this kind of thing.
Well, I mean, I follow like all the Transformers news Twitter accounts, so if there's a new Transformers figure that came out, there's a new Lego set that came out. I probably
but this thing
it always strikes me how you're just a tiny bit offended that people try to give you try to hip you to things that they think you'll like.
I know.
I feel like you're coming at that from the wrong angle. Just so you know. Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
What about if
you know about a Transformers thing, everyone? I probably do too.
How do you feel, Phil, about the anthropomorphizing of transforming robots?
Well, they're already anthropomorphized.
How about Bishojoing?
Oh, well, that's
actually one thing. I loved it. I loved it when they did it with Sega video game hardware. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Sega so these were great.
These are 2 new statues of popular characters, Optimus Prime and Megatron, if they were cute anime girls.
Yeah.
Yes.
Phil has pre-ordered 2 of each.
I'll tell you what, my reaction was.
Kotobukiya, of course, known for this type of
Yes, they do
figure.
a lot of
do a lot of that type of thing.
Yeah, they've done a lot of things like that. My reaction was quite literally, okay, I guess they're doing these. I mean,
so it's not something you'd be interested in then.
No, it's I have no interest in them.
Unless they were Legos that you could construct.
Yeah, no. See, if they were a Lego kit, maybe. Let's
see. I'm gonna say I don't normally hold a lot of interest for this stuff too. But there is a I don't know what her name was, but the Mega Drive version of the Sega Hard Girls character statue in that blue case back there. She's right behind the CDX.
It's called the Sega Hard Girls.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Oh, well,
they're literally just they made one for like every version of Sega hardware.
Oh, yeah. Really?
That's funny. And they're great.
That's funny. Yeah. So I don't collect that sort of thing.
They made one for Robo Pitcher and the visual memory unit.
Oh my goodness! Really?
They made them for every SG-1000, SG-3000. Yeah.
Oh.
Mega Drive.
I mean, I've just. It's just one of the things. Yeah, it's like, okay, I guess. A part of me was like, oh, I guess they never did those before. Because they've done that type of figure for everything. So I was like, oh, I guess they never did a Transformers one. Well, I guess they are now. So I'm sorry I don't have a funny take.
They look good.
I mean, they look cute. I'm sure there's probably a bunch of people who are going to buy them, but yeah, well, there they are. There they are.
They exist.
I survived Kiss Players. I can survive these. Kiss Players is a line of Japanese-only Transformers that were stories told through audio dramas. It was about Transformers that gained power when they were given sweet kisses by little anime girls.
I thought you were going to say it was Transformers of the band Kiss.
No.
Gene Simmons.
Although there was a villainous robot in the Kiss Players that had a long phallic tongue. So
all right then.
Like I said, we got through that. We can get through this. So
I think that can be said for a lot of things. All right.
There you
go. I think that's a good place to stop.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus.
Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1Podcast on the Twitters, or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com, where you'll find blog entries about Sega CD stuff from Mr. Greg Seward.
Be sure to read up on Shadow. What the heck was it? Shadow of the Beast 2.
Hedgehog.
Shadow of the Beast 2.
Shadow
Spoiler,
Beast 2.
it's as bad as you think it is.
Ouch. Ouch. And Generation 16 episodes as they happen.
Still working on the next one.
Nice. And you will also find show notes and links to all the things that we talked about during this episode, and a link to our Discord server where you can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
If you two gentlemen care to look in our little private chat, I sent you a link to a picture of the villainous Transformer Legion from the Kiss Players storyline, which where you can see his disturbing...
All right, then. I'm closing this window.
Congratulations, you're now on a list.
No!
So... oh,
Did
boy.
that.
I was already
You
on those
did that.
lists.
You would.
Jesus.
Take it. Greg just opened the image. as
Yeah, it doesn't
well.
look at it closer,
That's
too.
not like any tongue I've ever seen.
There you go.
Except in like maybe Urasaki Doji.
There you go. And there's a link if you want to learn more about the whole franchise. You can put that in the show notes, CJ. I just sent you a link there. Tell you what, if you'd like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com, or by loading up your favorite podcast listening app. We're also on Stitcher Radio and Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our show, or on the youtubes.com/P1 Podcast, or watch us live most weeks on the YouTubes, on the Twitters, the Facebooks, the Twitch.televisions, all over the place. Typically, we do our show at 5:30 specific time on the Sunday evenings. We try and do it every Super Bowl Sunday.
We do.
We do.
Actually.
Yeah. You know? Because who else is idiotic enough to do their podcast during the Super Bowl?
True. Good point.
The game in town, man. So follow our Twitter account, though, which is just @P1 Podcast, to find out when we're doing our next live show. But yeah, it's usually around this time every week. If you like what you've heard, and how could you, head over to patreon.com/P1 Podcast. Throw a few shekels our way. I need some Anime Girl Transformers figures. And I don't care how much of your Patreon money I got to embezzle to get them. So, because the first ones are going to get ruined.
Yikes.
Really gross.
What? Jeez Louise. You know what? If you are a Patreon friend of the $5 tier, you know what? Before we talk about misappropriating, well, after we talk about misappropriating our funds, your Patreon funds do, of course, help support our show. It keeps us broadcasting, keeps us streaming, and all that stuff. So please and thank you. My gosh. And like I said, if you're a Patreon friend of the $5 tier,
cheap,
you gain access to a special weekly bonus episode that we record right after this, when we play games, crack wise, having fun, doing all the stuff we can't do on the regular show. CJ, do we have a game? Well, I mean, I know we do.
We do.
We always do. I always ask you, and you always say, "Yep."
Yeah.
What's our game this week? What do we have?
I don't know. I got some.
Oh my gosh! But we have something.
We do have something. Yeah.
It's a surprise, I guess. We're just gonna figure it out in the interim.
Sure.
Huh? What is it?
Well, we have an after show game from hacker alias Crickster.
Oh. Well, all
Jeopardy.
right. Oh, it's a Jeopardy game.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this will be fun. I look forward to it. Tell you what. If you have a couple bucks left over afterwards, head over to patreon.com/generation16 to help support Greg Seward's outstanding. And it is. I say this every week that it is outstanding, but it is I'm not just saying that's not part of the script. That's my genuine opinion. It is outstanding web series about North America's favorite runner-up, the Sega Genesis.
Thank you, Phil. And if you are a friend who supports the show to the tune of $5 per episode,
also cheap,
you get access to my weekly vlog called The Weekly Commute, where I sit very still and safely in a room and talk to you about the production of the latest episode, as well as other things I'm playing, other projects I'm working on, what I really think of Phil and CJ. If you're the kind of person who likes to follow the money and do your own research, this is actually... No, you don't. You don't want to come to this one. Anyway, yeah, please support the show. And of course, all the money that is used to support the show goes back into the show.
True.
And hey, I don't put that many episodes out a year. So you're talking like $15 to $30 a year. How can you go wrong?
You can't.
You can't afford not to support it.
Exactly.
True.
And I mean, you need that VMU anime girl, right?
Ordering right now.
When you turn her on, does she make that annoying beep sound? Like remember the Dreamcast?
I don't know.
I remember the Dreamcast would do that.
I remember. Yeah, I remember. Yep.
This is a Sega joke.
Yeah, that was a Sega joke.
A deep dive Sega joke. CJ.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you very much. Hang up your pictures, for crying out loud. My goodness.
I will.
Come on, man.
I'm still trying to decide the layout of this room. So
the pictures go on the wall. So
yeah, I know, but I'm going to move that bookshelf. That bookshelf is moving.
So the bookshelf that's right in the corner there?
Yeah.
Well, okay. So it's going to move. Where's it going to move?
You'll have to stay
tuned. Man, it's a cliffhanger. Make sure you don't center it right behind you.
Why?
Well, because it would look goofy. It would look goofy centered right behind your head. You want it kind of offset on one side or the other.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Just trying to help. Trying to help you coordinate your decor.
Okay.
Gregory.
Yo.
Thank you as well.
Thank you, Philip.
Of course. And a big special thank you to all of our listeners, every single one of you. Remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, your loved ones, your friends. Do what you got to do to be safe. Maybe don't go see the Uncharted movie. I mean, if you really want to, I'm not going to stop you, but I wouldn't. And we hope to see you all next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.